Hello, everybody. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the Lotro Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Lotro stream. Um, I'm your host, Casper. No, that's the cat who's nearby. I have a piece of toast with butter on it nearby, and I think he is interested in that, but I'm trying to discourage him from going after my food. So I am Little Redhead, and I'll be doing some Spring Festival today. I thought we would do some Spring Festival and run around doing that for a little while, and then I want to show you guys this fun little coffer I got, the Patrons Luxuriant Cosmetics Coffer of the Gilded Caravan. So it's a new one of those coffers that that Lotro's doing, and it's got a bunch of like caravan themed stuff going on. So I thought we'd take a look at that here in a little bit too. But first, okay, so Spring Festival is on. Yeah, my fingers possibly have butter on them still. So normally Spring Festival happens in the spring, as one might expect. However, right now they're doing kind of like a return to Spring Festival sort of thing. Sorry. And so I am participating in that. So I'm trying to remember how many wrappers you need to do. Well, here, let's just pop over. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab this quest because it's collect as many flowers as you can in 1 hour. So that quest is going to run for an hour. And since we're going to be here together for at least an hour, one would presume, I'll go ahead and get that started because then it'll complete before we are done. So that'll be nice. Now, I've been running some other characters through the festival, and I can do the festival in about half an hour or so. So it's one of those where I'm like, I log into the character, pick that up, pick up the wrapper, which is what we're going to do right now. So the wrapper is located at the Brelands Festival, festival grounds. Sorry, Casper is still rubbing against my head, even though it's on the keyboard, or my hand on the keyboard. So Sergeant Tom here, who's often surrounded, is who you want to talk to. That guy right there. And so he has your daily wrapper, A Taste of Spring. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I'm going to back out and get out of the way for a second. So there are layers, right, of wrappers here. So we have A Taste of Spring that we just picked up. And that's the one that wants us to go and do 10 activities. So we're working on that. Now, once we've done A Taste of Spring, 4 times, that will complete this thing called a Bustling Bloom intro. And the thing I was just looking up before we all came together here, and he's going to keep rubbing on my hand. I need that hand to type, honey. Hang on. Let's see. So what I want to know is a Bustling Bloom. Yeah, let's see. I'm just out here in a search engine. Looks like there's an intro, intermediate, and final. If that is true, because I couldn't remember if this is one. Sometimes there's like a 1, 2, 3, and sometimes there's a 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that's what I was trying to do. I seem to be having trouble getting onto the wiki though for some reason. I don't know if it's me or I don't know if there's a wiki's having a problem. Okay, so well, we're just gonna come back to that. But so my thinking is if there's just 3 of these bustling blooms to do, that means you can do the entirety of the festival wrappers over 12 days. And this festival, this rerun that they're doing, goes until the end of November. So, okay, before it says the wiki is having problems today, it may have to do with the Cloudflare outages. Okay, fair enough. So if you needed, so the intros are Bustling Blooms of 4 days each. So 4, 8, then 12, right? So 12 if you do 3 of them. So you need 12 days, and the festival goes through, my understanding is November 30th. Like, you can count November 30th as a day to use. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I think if you start today or tomorrow will be your last day that you could start a brand new character on the festival. And if you did it every day, you would make it through all of them and get the final wrapper. So that's what we're working on right now. I've got currently 4 characters. That's right, I've got 4 characters. I'm working on running through this. You just gonna hang out here with us today, Casper? Okie dokie. All right, so there's the Taste of Spring, which is you do 10 things. The Bustling Bloom, where the Taste of Spring is counting for, and then the Splendor of Spring. Basically, once you finish Bustling Bloom, then it kicks you over there. And then once you finish that, you get a new version. You get the next one. So we go from intro to, what did I say, intermediate, and then to final, it sounds like. Okay, so we've got that thing ticking away in the background. I would like to go ahead and get started on doing some quests. So I'm going to talk to this guy and do the pretty parched partygoers. There we go. Which involves me going over here and grabbing some spring wine. Now, I was telling before, yesterday or today, that I am, in redoing this festival, I'm kind of forgetting what are the, quick 10 things that I was doing in order to do this festival. So let's see if we can remember what they are. So one is starting that 1-hour quest, though I do recall that being a big one. All right, and then the second tent to take wine to is over here. And then we go back, get some more wine. And the third tent is over here. Past all the people sleeping under the tables. And then we go back to our fellow over here. This guy, Iron Bulrush. And we turn that in. Now, while I'm in the area, I'm going to... Stafuto reminds me, don't forget your Fateful Toolkit. Now, I'm not actually worried about tokens. The only tokens that I'm most interested in would be like in League or Ale Association. And I'm not actually doing any of those quests right now. So I'm not too worried about having to remember my toolkit. Plus, I'm kind of waiting for that toolkit plugin that B4 is working on. But B4 will not be here streaming today, FYI, because he has some work stuff that has to take priority. Sorry, guys. So he will hopefully be back next week, though. So I don't know that he's going to make any progress on the Fateful Toolkit reminder. I guess that's not what it's called. It's called like, it's not even called Toolkit Reminder, is it? It's called something else. But yeah, I'm looking forward to when that comes out, for when I do want to make sure I'm like swapping that around on characters, because what a great way to remind me to do that. I love it. All right, so I'm just doing the horse race here in Bree because that counts for the festival. Snufuto is looking forward to it as well, the plugin. I know, right? All these handy little tools. It's so great. I don't even worry about if I need to go talk to Wenda or not, because it's like, the computer tells me so. All right, so that's 2 events. I'm going to wander over to the maze and do some stuff over here. Now, I have most of these memorized, like where the elves are and common places to find tweens and the dire beers and such. But I don't necessarily have the signposts over there that Gisley likes to do. Don't have those memorized. So we are going to. So what I often do is I'll go ahead and pick up the elves, find the lost elves, and I'm going to pick up the quest to admonish the tweens, and then I'm going to pick up the quest to sample dire beers before time runs out. Excuse me. So what I can focus on is drinking the dire beers and then catching an elf or two and some tweens or two along the way. So I start off kind of hunting for the dire beers and such, you know. Not one there. Looks like this person may also be. I'll go ahead and grab this elf. So there's basically, from my perspective, here, I'll go ahead and bring up the map. I don't by default have the map come up. But basically, as far as I'm concerned, so there's like basically 3 elves kind of in this region. Here, let me put it on, what's the elf one called? Misplaced Companions. It'll show you. Yeah, so there's basically 3 elves over on this range and 3 elves over on this range. I mean, I kind of lumped this one over because you have to get to it from that direction, from that area anyway. So as I'm running around, I figure, hey, I'll look for dire beers. Oh, is that? Let me go back. I think that's where I like. I think it's down this hallway that I was just looking at, but it wasn't there at the time. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Now, the biggest thing for me is then once I come to, after doing the dire beer, is kind of getting my bearings. But I know this maze pretty well. The mazes for the other one I don't know as well for Harvest Festival, but this one I know pretty good. All right, so this guy, oh, I know where we are. This is one of the 2 elves that wanders over on this side of the area. Oh, it should be whimsical running too. Maybe I'll fix that here in a second. Maybe not while I'm in the middle of doing the dire beers, though. All right, so that's 2. Oh, hey, there's a tween. Wonder if they're actually despawning or are they... Nope, they're gone. Gone. Okay, we're back by the entrance. So, like, a tween pops out of there. Oh, there's a dire beer on the other side of the wall somewhere. Oh, hey, there's a tween. Maybe I can snag him. Yo. Nope, it didn't. That's okay. I'll keep running after beers anyway. I don't think it's in there. Nope, it's further on. I think it's in this little alcove. Yep. So because the beers are on a timer, you only have 10 minutes to get them. And like back when we were on like Laurelin, there was a little bit less competition for this sort of thing. But now that we're in like combined servers and stuff, there's a lot more people around. And so, yeah, sometimes you got to really be on top of it. Now, it's not height of the day. Like, it's definitely, well, it's like 5:30 here in Europe, in Central Europe. So here and further eastern into Europe, you know, it's prime Lotro playing time. Oh, hey, but there's another elf. Let me say hi. Where am I? Found a wandering elf. Oh, I think I'm on that. Yeah, I'm on the first side that I was talking about. Okay, so, oops, that one's already been gotten. So I have found the elf. Oh, sweet. Give me that beer. I have found along that bottom row, although in my brain it's shifted, but like on the one side I found the first elf and the second elf. So I need to find the third one, and I know where she's normally at. There could be a beer right there, but there isn't. I always think it's funny when it's like it drops you right where there's a beer. It's like convenient. That's okay. We could go running around. Wait. All right, and that will be number 6, and then I'll be done. Because, like, was it yesterday? I was running through here, and it was really busy. May have actually been, could it have been Sunday? Had a busy weekend, and I can't keep the day straight. Okay, so now I've done all the beers. So now I'm just doing tweens. Listening to cats being crazy. And elves. she's in the box. Oh, hey. Convenient. I was looking for you. Thank you. Bum bum. Where exactly am I? I mean, I know roughly where I am, so I'm thinking, no. There is a tween that comes out, I think over here. Oh no, I'm in a totally different place than I thought I was. That's okay. All right. Let's see. I have found 4 of the Wandering Elves. Okay. This is always a good place to, like, if you're not sure where you are, you get to here and you're like, oh, okay, cool. All right, so I've done the 3 elves on that side, I'm pretty sure. And that makes sense because I think there's 2 elves over on the other side I haven't done. So I'm going to pop on here, which takes me not far from the entrance. So I could, like, kind of slide over here and be like, any tweens? Because they start basically at the entrance. Here, I'll run over here and show you. There's a bench right there, and they come out of that hedge, and they come running along here, and then running by this way. So I thought, well, I'll take a look, see if any tweens happen to be running around there, but they are not. So that's okay. We'll go other places because, hi, I still need to find this elf. Here she is. Hello. How can I be of service? And while I'm here, I might just, hey, get lucky on a... Oops. Did that not work? There it is. Oh, there's the tween. I'll wait till he gets here.
A lovely day, isn't
it? So, all right. Well, I'm going to run off. Where is... Oh, okay. Oh, I don't... Okay, so I have my chat tabs. Usually I set up a chat tab for just what's going on in the area, like when you say things and it pops out. And then also... Oh, which means I probably don't have bubbles on. Hey, let me fix that real quick. So let me... I don't have chat bubbles up, apparently. So I just put in bubble, or start to, and chat bubble. Bam. So... in that situation there, that Hobbit was talking to me. It's a Hobbit I know. Well, I'm usually under a different character, but he knows my other character. He knows my alter ego. He knows me on my main. And he was saying things, and I totally did not see what he said. Crazy. So now I have it up so I can see it. Okay, so I have found 5 out of the 6 elves. So we got the one in the corner, and we've got this guy. Look at that. How pretty that outfit is. Look at that. That's pretty nice. I love the embroidery looking stuff. Oh, hey, there's a tween. Hang on. Gotta talk to you, buddy.
How do you do?
Anyway. Yeah, that's pretty. Oh. Katoa's in a mood, huh? Alright, well, we're gonna run to the back corner of the maze. I think she's under the couch. Because I'm feeling the couch move. Do I have any beer on me? Let's see. Oh, but there's a tween. Ah! Oh. All right. We'll keep running. That's one of the things I love about this server is it's very social. Okay, so somewhere around here is another elf that I need to find. Now, I'm going to do an F10, and that tells me where the nearest NPC is located. So that's, I think that's the default binding, too. And there she is. So I found her. Now, if I am like, that's not the person I'm looking for, I have the key binding is Shift F10, and that'll just help me swap between the various NPCs it can find in the area, including the tweens. And if you're doing the chickens, if it's that time of the hour when the chickens are running amok in the maze, you can also use that to find the chickens, which makes, oh, hey, I think there's one coming around the corner here. Yeah. Hey, you.
Day, isn't it?
Okay, that is 4 tweens for me. Let's run out. And there might be a shorter way to run out. I don't know. I'm just so used to making the loop that when I'm in that back corner, I go this way. It makes sense to me. What you doing? You're so funny. Casper's just going to hang out here on my desk apparently for a while. Actually, I'm going to pause just a moment. Okay, I'm out of here. So, I'm going to go turn these 3 in. Oh, how fascinating. Looks like I never really tidied up my general tab. So, here, let me turn these things in. I'll tell you what I mean, maybe while I take care of this. So, turn that one in, turn that one in. Now, this one with the tweens, she gives you a box, and it can be variable. So, you want to open it, and that one gave me 2. And the one from yesterday, which I forgot to open, gave me 2. There we go. Okay, so we got the guy with the signs, which we'll do that here in a second. And then we've got the racing guy, which is right there. Apparently, Monshine has not been through the in-league initiation, so we could run over and do that. And then I could do that one also. Which, well, we're currently at 5. So that'll be 6, 7, 8. So we're still too short, though. I don't know. Before, I don't know. But yeah, we could go do the in-league initiation real quick. That's at the party tree. Oh, what was I going to fix? I was going to fix my chat tab real quick. Hang on, let me fix that up. So what I usually do is I will, let's see, here, let me make this easier. So let me, the general, create new tab. All right, so I have created a new tab. I'm just going to pull it over here so you can see it. And what I'm going to doctor this thing up so it has everything on it that I want it to have on it. So, for example, one of the first tabs I do, and I already have this, but I'll show you, is World Chat. So I would rename it. Actually, usually I rename it last, but that's okay. Rename it World, done. And then I'm going to come in, right click on it again, and change filters. And by default, the filters are like event broadcast and regional. I don't want that. I would want world. And so now, anytime something happens in World Chat, it's going to show up in this tab. Okay. But I don't need a World Chat tab. That's not what I need. What I need is what I call an area tab. So I want when people say something. Now, I have an unchecked world, so you can see a couple of world things popped in here. Oh, she's playing with stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and unclick that. So now I'm changing my filters. So I've unchecked world, so that's not going to show up anymore. I want what happens in say, and I want what happens in standard. Oh, and I want emotes to show up here. I think RP, but I'm not sure. I can't remember what that does. I have I usually just, look at another character and remind myself what I have there. But I think that's what I want. And then I'm going to rename the tab. And we're going to call it area because that reminds me what's happening in the area. Cool. So now I have that then in my collection of things. So for example, one of the players here just scolded an NPC. That showed up in there because that happened. That's an emote. Now I did end up, it looks like, creating 2 user chat channels. Here, I'll show you what that looks like. So I have a user chat 1, and a user chat 2, and I don't need those two. Hang on. I really am fine having these all combined into one. So I'm going to go into the 1. Actually, I'll go into the 2, and we're just going to see what filters have I got on there. Just 2? We're getting rid of that. And then over here on 1, we will change this to be basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only have 2 user chat channels that I'm in, but that's okay. Okay, and then I'm going to rename it from UC1, which I had for user chat, to be UCs. Done. Now I don't need okay, so I'm done with that one. I'm going to pop that back over there. But now I've got this that I don't need, and it's not filtering anything. So I'm just going to delete this tab because I made one extra. So what I have usually on my setup, and now I can, oh yeah, in fact, I'll bring it over so I can show you, because I didn't do one thing. So I have, I don't know if you can see, but there's 8 different tabs here. So I've got a general, a world, they're a little out of order, but, so like Kin Fellowship Raid is one I usually have on here. I've got my area. I think I normally have those 2 in the other way around. Oh my goodness. World I usually have right above my general. IMs I have over at the end. We have to scooch it over that way. Sometimes some of them won't slide. You have to slide something else in and then scooches the other one over. Good evening, Skagosi. Good to see you. So I've got combat on the end. I don't need to worry about that too much. But one thing I didn't do with my general tab is uncheck the filters that I have other places. So like user chat 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That doesn't need to be here. I also have a place for say and standard and emote and RP. Okay, so those don't need to be here in my general tab. And then I have kinship, fellowship, raid. I have a whole tab for that, so that doesn't need to be here. And then tells, I don't need that because I'm fine with that showing up in my IMs. I don't need that in that channel there. So that kind of tidies that up a little bit. And now only things I will see in here will be things like when you log in, I guess I've been on too long, but like the spring wine is greatly appreciated. Like that kind of stuff's going to show up in here. Other things like you've completed a quest or you earned this or whatever. So it's kind of just like just kind of a running tally of things I've accomplished, and that's much nicer. One thing I like in there, excuse me, is when like with this coffer that I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit. When I got that, it applied to all of my characters. All my characters got the coffers, and there's some titles that we got because of the coffers. And the titles just auto applied to everybody. It pops up into my general chat. It's like, you now have the title this, you have the title this, you have the title, that kind of thing. So that's fun. All right, so I want to go to the party tree. Oh, somebody's trying to find out about the Lotro Discord. I assume World Chat's going to be able to help out with that, but let's see. Let me grab the thing. I'll just go and put that in there. Link for Lotro Discord. I mean, not that I would follow something that somebody randomly put out in the chat too, but I've gone ahead and put that out there just in case it's useful. Okay, so I want to go to the party tree and I want to do the in-league initiation. I think that'll be fun. You can't get me there. I'm going to see if there's a travel from the Breetown guy. I can't remember if he knows how to send me to the party tree. He might know how to send me to Hobbiton. But let's see what our options are with this guy. Yeah, he can send me to Hobbiton, but it's slow travel. We're going to be like da-da-dum, 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 all the way there. So I think I would rather go to my house. Because any far-ranging stable master is going to be able, and he's not a far-ranging stable master, he's the Breeland stable master, you see. Western Bree, actually. West Bree Gate stable master, technically. So I'm going to go to somebody who's like, I have connections to a lot of places, but only a few. I can send you here and there and, whatnot. But I can't send you to a whole bunch of places, as opposed to those guys who are like, yeah, I can send you to all these places in this area right by me. All right. And you know what? I haven't, my plan was to redo my yard so it was like less spring and bring in the fall trees, but I think what I want to do is over time, like end up with different carryalls for different seasons. I think that right now I have a seasonal carryall, but I think it'd make my life a lot easier if I had like, a carryall that was like spring carryall, summer carryall. And I know that feels extravagant, but it would just really be making my life easier. Okay, so I have this Shire Stable Master stand, and you can buy these in the Lotro store. There's like the Shire version, which looks like a lamp that you might find in the Shire. They also have, nope, they don't have a Casper version, but I have a Casper cat. Where you want to go, buddy? He just seems very like, whoa, what's going on? There's lots of things happening. Anyway, there's like a Rohirric one. There's a Bree looking one. There's an elvish one. So you can get whatever one that you think fits the aesthetic of what you want to have in your yard. But this is basically a far-ranging stable master. So if you go to the center of a neighborhood, you're going to find somebody who has the same connections. So these connections are going to be the same that I would find at the far-ranging stable master. I'm pretty sure. Casper, you got a little heart. Yeah, people love to see you. He decided to curl up next to me, which is great. Yeah, they've been very cuddly with me today. The temperature did get down. It's like 3 degrees outside or something now. Like, ugh. I was bicycling earlier in that, and I got my winter coat on, I have my big scarf on, had my hat on. I'm like, all right, I'm just getting my gloves, just gonna make it through. Okay, so let's see. The Shire. Oh yeah, hang on a second. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so under the Shire, so I want to go to the party tree. So like we have all these different regions, which is great. Like Breeland, there's 3 options there. Places you don't go to often, Croftlands, Galtrev and Dunland, things like that. But at least it gets you into the area. Handful and Eastfold. Well, anywhere there's a homesteads, your far-ranging stable master probably has a way to get you there too. So we've got Eastfold homesteads, Kingstead homesteads, for example. But I want to go to the Shire, so we go under T for the, and our options there are Mickledelving, Shire homesteads, or the party tree. The party tree is really where I want to go. So that's why I'm like, well, from the West Bree Gate, I could have him take me swift travel over to Mickledelving, and then I could do swift travel down to Hobbiton, and then I could ride up the hill. But I'm like, or I could just go home and grab the stable master from there. What is this person doing? So here's the funny thing is I'm usually just hanging out at the main festival grounds, wherever it is for a festival, and I forget that we have other things sometimes. So she's a hobbit among the hedges. Talk to Buttercup Northtook at the horse fields in Bree. All right. Oh, have you seen the hedge maze? Go check out the hedge maze. Yeah. Sure, I'll take your quest. And actually, you know what? I might as well grab Baldo's quest. This is don't talk to the horse racing people. of which there are two. I mean, the one by Bree is easy to get to because I'm already there for all that other stuff. But yeah, let's pick up the Shire one too. And then, just in case you weren't aware, but Becca Burdock here is here year round. And you can barter your festival tokens with her for other festival tokens. So you can do that even outside of a regular festival time. But hey, let's go talk over here to Aylward Chubb. And would you like to join the Inn League? I would like to join the Inn League. Yes. So I have to drink 6 beers and then get on the road. And you drink the beer and then they do start to reform back in. So I sometimes will just queue up like 6 drinks, but if one's far away and it's like, oh, it wants you to move, then it'll cancel the drinking that you're currently doing, which is really funny. I try not to do that. All right, how many more do I need? Just one. And I have 18 seconds. I think we're going to make it okay. But you have to talk to the guy within that time frame. Okay, so I've done that. Now, that was phase 1. Got to go to the Plow and Stars. We are doing a, what do you call it? A beer hop. That's not the right word. A pub crawl. We're doing a pub crawl. So the next one we got to go to, I'll kind of show you on the map. So we're starting here at the hill. At the hill. And we're going to go up here to Brockenborings, and then they're going to send us over here to Stock, and then to Frogmorton, and then Bywater, and then Hobbiton, and then Mickledelving. So we got a ways to go. Luckily, what they do is they give you a timer for each one. So I have a timer that's ticking down right now. It started at probably 5:30. It's at 5 minutes and 3 seconds. And then when I get there, I have to do the drinks still within that time period. So it doesn't reset when I pick up the first beer. This is basically a timer that starts when you turn in the quest with the previous table, and then you have the time that you're allotted to get to the next place, drink your beers, and talk to the person. And then they're like, cool, go do this next one, and then you get a new timer. Now, cool thing is once you're a member of the Inn League, there's different... Oh, hang on. Let me talk to the stable master since I obviously haven't been here before.
What do you need?
Thank you. I need to just have your acquaintance. There's a person here, Foxglove Grub, and she's an Inn League member. And so once you're a member of the Inn League, she's somebody that you can deliver drinks to for Inn League experience, if that's something you're looking for. But we are going to go over here to Bluebell Grub. Oh, I didn't realize they were related. And we're going to drink some beers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I was just, I used select and use, which I have bound to 2 keys that are next to each other, which happen to be delete and end in my case on my keyboard. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but my time is still ticking away here. 3 minutes and 20, 30, 29, 28, and so forth. Anyway, so if I just go, select use, it's going to use the one closest to me. So if I hit select again, it's just going to choose that same one. It's not going to cycle to something else. But, okay, so here my timer switched to 6 minutes and 58 seconds. Well, they know that Stock's kind of far away. And I could possibly use the stable master, but I think it's going to say I don't know the route. Let's take a look. Can you send me to Stock?
Hello.
Oh, you can. Well, hey, let's just go. Let's just do that. Having these new stable masters kind of makes this a lot easier if you have the stable masters unlocked. You might have noticed that when I was looking at that stable master list, there were a bunch of places I have not yet unlocked. So for example, I'll show you here.
What do you need?
You can see, like, even in the Shire, I don't have Bullroar's Way, Foxton Road, Gammitch, Longcleave, Needlehole, No Bottle, or Tiefield. Now, most of those are Yondershire, so that's probably why. But I have 5 minutes and 58 seconds to get in here and drink 6 beers and turn in the quest. And then he'll send me to the next one. So, okay, so what I do, whoopsie, is I get too close. Let me try that again. Here, I'll just stand over here. Okay, so I go 1, and then I hold down Shift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So by holding down Shift and then do select use, select use, select use, select use, holding down Shift will rotate to the next closest one, I believe. And so that's how you're able to, how I'm able to queue up so many easily like that. I am drinking some tea, but I think I'm going to throw a cough drop in on the mix too. Boop, boop, boom. Oh, he's ready for me. Okay, so now I gotta go to the floating log, which is in Frogmorton, and there's no stable master there. So we're just gonna ride. But luckily, you know, it's not a bad ride. So I'm basically going, I'm just gonna follow the road mostly, and then when I get close to Frogmorton, dip down. There's a lot of chat in World today about the Discord, about the Lotro Discord. But yeah, there is a Lotro Discord. I think, yeah, I'll just go ahead and pop that in there in case anybody's more curious. Discord. There we go. Just in case there's anybody who hasn't gotten on it yet who would like to. Wait, did I pass it? No, I didn't. Okay. It said now entering Hobbit and Bywater. I went, wait a minute. Did I look away too long? No. Okay. Ah, I think somebody's wanting in some pies. But I just need to get down here. Yeah. Good old Froggy Frogmorton. I just get a little bit lost in here, though, which is really funny. Because it's not that big of a place. But I'm just trying to get to the floating log over here. There we go. Now, when you're doing these sorts of things, normally, how do you do? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have post-processing effects, which will make your screen basically look like the color of that wallpaper. But I don't find that particularly like a fun thing to watch on a stream, so I disable that. Oh, and my timers, by the way, between these places are a lot shorter. Like, I'm down to 1 minute and 48 to get my beers and go. Now, a lot of these also, by the way, have 2 different tables. So if you find that you are running in and encountering other players and, you know, you all are struggling to get drinks. Hang on, I got 3 minutes and 58 to get to the Green Dragon Inn. Now, I have a tendency to skip the road and just go over the hillside here. Because the Green Dragon is just on the other side of this hill. So I kind of, you know, go overland. See, we're almost there. Oops, sorry. Wrong place. There we go. Anyway, yeah, so there's 2 tables at, for all of these options. So, you know, you can be like, oh, I'll just go the other one. So, like, in this case, there's a table basically here, and then the other one's, like, right next to it. 5, 6. But a lot of them, they're kind of separated from each other. So you might have, like, one table here and one table over there, that kind of thing. Now, the only thing is then you're like further away from the quest giver, so you gotta walk over there. And like if you're struggling to get the time, then maybe you don't want to be so far away from the quest giver. Now, as it turns out, there's 4 different types of beers, and some of them are faster than others, and each inn it's different. So like the Fern beer or whatever, Fern ale, might be faster here, but it's really slow for me at a different place, and so forth. So you can go and memorize them or look it up on the wiki, and use that information to get through faster. But honestly, I find that it takes me just as long to find the good ones than it does to just drink them, and I get through it fast enough. So I don't tend to pay too close attention to which of the 4 I'm drinking. I figure it's good enough. All right, to the ivy bush. So we have a table here and then a table over there. So we have, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was pushing control, not shift. So we have root knot cider, Fern beer, Perry's porter, and Gundrick's ale. So I don't know what I'm drinking right now. But anyway, so so you can see how this one's going a little bit longer. This one's, so like one's short, 2 of them are kind of medium-ish, and one's like kind of long. But again, like I didn't pick and choose here, and it's going fast enough. Plus I don't have to like click on anything in between. I just pick 6 and go. Now the last one's at the Bird and Baby Inn. Oh, I didn't have to mount up because I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to ask for a ride to Mickle Delving. I'll take swift travel. I'll pay the extra 4 silver. I know before he's probably falling out of his chair. I'm hearing that. When we first started playing, and we would be going somewhere, and be like, yeah, just take the stable master. And I'm like, yeah, but that's like 1 whole silver. So I was really excited when I got to the point where you get the reputation, that you get the discount, and so it's only 90 copper instead of 1 silver. It's like, see? And there's times when we were like, I don't know, going around the troll shaws or something, it's like, 35 silver, and I'm like, 35 silver? Are you kidding me? Like, highway robbery. Now this one, the beers are kind of spread out a little bit in here, but they kind of are in 2 clumps. Like we've got a clump of 6 here, and we've got a clump of 3 there, and then a clump of 3 over there. So, it's kind of cute. I like the way they've done this. And the guy we need to talk to is back here behind the barrel. What? Did we not start drinking? I didn't actually queue these up. Because they are a little bit apart, and I didn't want it to like have me walking away when I'm trying to take out one. So, okay. So I'm going to get increased reputation with the Inn League, legendary item experience, woot, and I'm going to become an Inn League member, so I get the title of that. Dun, dun, dun. It says, it wasn't easy, but you have passed the grueling Inn League initiation. So, cool thing is there's a Inn League private, party place or whatever. And narrator, they were not kidding her. Did you fall out of your chair when I said that I'm paying for the swift travel? Anyway, so the Inn League has their place to hang out, but you got to have a higher standing, and I'm a friend standing currently. So, but I just got the Inn League challenge deed, so I now can drink local beers, ales, and wines for a deed, and that will give me increased reputation with the Inn League, and I would get a Sage of Fine Spirits title. So, like, this guy's got
Can I help you find something?
Like Blagrove's Brown, if you hover over it, it now says at the bottom, drink local beers, ales, and wines, 0 of 23. So the places where you go to pick up the ales that you would deliver to in-league members, those are the same places that you would go to get those 23 local ales also. But I'm not going to get started on it because generally what I do is when I'm trying to get a character through that is I will just I've got a spreadsheet where I track which ones they're missing, and that way it's just easier. Also, if you do, there's 3, 5, I forget, handful of the inns in the Shire. This is one of them. We've seen a couple of them today. I've just not been interacting with the guys, but basically they have a quest where something you need to go help them out with something. And in return for that, they'll give you an ale. In this case, Blagrove's Brown, which is one of those 23 that I need. So if I were to go and try and accomplish that deed, it would kind of make more sense for me to go also and do these if I want any reputation with the Shire. Because doing a certain number of quests in the Shire helps you with that and all of that. So anyway, yeah, so I would probably come and do that if I were looking to grab that, and then the ale's already, awarded to me. So I got the in-league member title. So yes, it's telling me I've got that. I've got currently Hey Doll, Mary Doll is my title. I'm kind of happy with that. And my reputation with the in-league down here has changed. I am now a member of the in-league. Well, hey, I don't know if they happen to be watching the stream, but we have a donation for Extra Life for Alatir of Glamdring. So I will go ahead and do a little Hobbit flip as a thank you for donating to Extra Life, which reminds me, and you probably, I think most of the folks who are in the chat there, lurking and otherwise, are familiar with what's going on, but just in case you're not, or if you're watching this later, the SSG, which is the parent company for Lord of the Rings Online and Dungeons and Dragons Online, so LOTRO and DDO, participate in the Extra Life fundraiser. And so basically there's Team SSG over on extra-life.org. And if you go over there and make a donation to anybody on the Standing Stone team, then that gets you into the, you're now eligible for some goodies, which reminds me that I need to do my goodies. I haven't done mine yet. You can get some for DDO, you can get some for LOTRO, you can get some for both if you happen to play on both, whatever you want. So there's a survey there in those links that I posted. So over on LOTRO.com, you just go to the LOTRO.com Extra Life page also. If you just happen to find that, that's also where you're going to find all this information. There is a community loot list, which is a list of loot that Cordovan can give out for people who participate in community events. And the Extra Life fundraiser is one of them. Cordovan also often participates in Movember, which is focusing on men's health, men's mental health, I believe. And so if you donate to Cord in his fundraising for that, that also counts. He will also accept that as to get you into the Extra Life community loot list drawings, I believe. So anyway, if you donate to the Extra Life campaign, which we are as a team at 33,000 out of our $30,000 goal, which is fantastic, then make sure you go fill out the survey and tell Cord which things you want off the community loot list, and then he'll send you some stuff. And if you do that before the end of November, he'll put you into a drawing, which you get. He'll be drawing for like LOTRO points and the upcoming expansion and all sorts of stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. So Donner Faust says hello and good evening, everybody. Good evening to you as well. All right, so that flower quest we picked up an hour ago, 53 minutes ago, it will be done in 6 minutes and 45 seconds. And then we have done the In League quest. So now we're members of the In League. But I think before I go do that, I want to go over to... I think I need to go to... Oh, I can't get Swift... I'll just go to Calendum Swift Travel. Actually, what happens if I just do this? Now I'm quite curious. Because I really want to go to Dowland. So now I'm really curious. Because this isn't Swift Travel. And there used to be... Which way is it taking me? Where are we going? My horse is a little lost. Because I'm trying to go over... Well, I'm trying to go over here. I'm basically trying to get over here. And I'm coming from here. So now I'm kind of curious. For non-Swift travel, yeah. What's it going to do? Also, yeah, people are pointing out, just in chat, in the game, that Black Friday is coming up soon in the U.S., and SSG is a US-based company, so they tend to do something for us for Black Friday. Usually they put out some really good deals, but we haven't heard yet what those are, and that would be, when's Thanksgiving? 27th, so Black Friday is 28th, so next week I would expect that we would see some nice discounts. Maybe I could get some of those housing carryalls I was waxing nostalgic about earlier. That would be handy. Then I could keep track of everything. Okay, so yeah, it's taking me through Yondershire. So that's fun. So it looks like it's going to ride me all the way through here. That's fascinating. Well, now I'm kind of tempted to just stop and get the stable masters on the way. So if we were, if you wanted to take a little bit of a tour through parts of Yondershire, we'll do a little bit of that today. Oh, I don't have the stable master. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna. Yeah, I know I paid for the full ride, but.
How do you do?
Yeah. Oh, we'll just keep going. Okay, cool. That's really funny. And then it's going to take us up through Tyfield, I believe. So we'll grab the stable master there. Look at those lovely waterfalls. Hey, Erbany says, Hobbits are the best. I know, right? I feel the same way. Oh, look at that gorgeous sky. So pretty. It's a little, like, kind of dry and scrub looking around here at the moment. But that sky is quite beautiful. There we go. Now we're getting into some more greener, lusher pastures here in the Yondershire. That's what I was expecting. Yeah, it's interesting how it's a little bit, we've got definitely got some mountains in parts of the Yondershire. It's there's quite a lot of variety and diversity in the Yondershire. I keep thinking that I'm going to come back up here and do more of the Yondershire questing with more of my characters. Yeah, still need to do that. Sights of Yondershire. That's funny. All right. Well, there's going to be a stable master near here, so I think we'll. Oh, is it just going to run me right by them? Yeah. I'm going to jump off though. Go find the stable master. I know they're around here somewhere. They're on the map. Where you be? Oh, there they are. I see the blue light. I mean, because I'm kind of in the area, right? So I might as well. Okay, and then, yeah, keep sending me along. Thanks. This is called the long version. So if I wanted to do this faster, what I would have done is, well, okay, what I would have done is I would have bought milestone skills when they were on sale, and then I would have a milestone for my characters that would take them to Dooland and the Party Tree, or Hobbit by Water, um, and Bree Festival Grounds, probably. So, you know, that's what I would do if I was planning ahead. However, in this current situation where this character does not have a bunch of milestones, in fact, the only milestone she has is to Mickle Delving. That's really funny. And then I have my house, my personal house, and my fancy house, premium houses. I don't even have a kin house on this character at the moment. Her kinship doesn't have a kin house. We'll work on that. Feels so tough to just ride by a gold deposit. But anyway, what I would have done is when I was there in Mickle Delving, I could have taken a swift travel to Kellendam and then just taken a ride up to Doolan from there. Wow, we're getting into some ruins, though. Check that out. I've only done a little questing in Yondershire. I think I took one character all the way through the Yondershire. I don't know if I've done it with more than one. Snafuto says, I missed how to donate to B4's charity. How do I do it? Actually, B4 isn't doing it himself. He's doing, he was just pointing people at mine. On the other hand, I did reach my goal. So I would say donate to anybody on the team. Oh, good, that hour has gone over. So here, let me put there's the link again. I would say just go to our team page and pick somebody that you want to donate to. Yeah, before says, oh, thank you, but I wasn't raising funds on my own this year. So he, yeah, before often will just point people to other folks to raise money for. Oh, Snafuto says, I thought the goal was met, thought there was a mental health cause. Often Cordovan will do the Movember fundraiser, and he just does like a 1-day stream on his own. It's not a big coordinated event. So I would say, you know, are you on if you're on the Discord, you could send him a message there or on the forums, and I mean, I guess we could just search the forums. And maybe just send him a message, though, and say, hey, can I donate to your Movember cause? Because if you do it before the end of November, then you could get in on that drawing, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Let's see. Cordovan Movember. How long ago was that? There's a couple of hits that come up, but they are from previous years, I think. It is also possible he's not doing it this year. But usually, I mean, he's been pretty active with it most years. I would say just send him a message. Or ask him on Friday, because Cord streams on Fridays. Where the heck am I? Oh, coming in from the north. Unexpected. Hang on, I want to grab these flowers real quick. I'm collecting flowers for that festival garden, you know. That's what I get for half hearing. I can check that myself on Discord. Thank you. Okay, awesome. Yeah, cool. And honestly, there's so much on the Discord. It's possible that he's talked about it and I just missed it. Like, there's a lot of information that flies by in that thing, which is cool, but it's a little bit, you know, I can't keep up with it. All right, so when I was in the festival garden yesterday, I picked up some quests that were in there. Oh, I don't need to collect those branches. I picked up some quests in there and need one more spring flowers. I'll show you what we got. Okay, so I collected 8 groups of flowers. I've done 8 flower pickings. So this is where, oh no, it's coming in from the south. The milestone, or the stable master it was sending me to is right there. Hello. All right, now I want to go into the festival grounds, which are right over here. Snowfood just says, I've got 64 hours of overtime in my paycheck this week. Yo! Anything I see goes in one ear and out the other ear lately. Yeah, understandable. That's wild. Well, get some rest, man. I hope that that's a lot of work. Hopefully you can treat yourself with the extra money. Or catch up on some things. So those flowers I was picking out there are getting put into these flower pots here in the festival garden. Because one of the elves very much wants us to make this look prettier. So we're going to take care of that. We are improving the festival garden. Oh, I've got a Casper who's completely passed out next to me. Doing the whole shrimp pose thing and all that. He is pretty zonked out. Okay, so I've put flowers in 8 pots. And now this guy is like, cool. Thank you for doing that. So now I am at 7 festival activities I've completed. Now, when I came in here yesterday, I picked up her quest, which is that a shortage of boots. So a shortage of boots is this one. So it says help Delura with collecting fibers for linen, twine, and wood. But you can't just go running off and do those things. You got to talk to the guy first, and then you can go off and get him the things he wants. So I haven't done that yet. All right, but we're going to go ahead, and this shrew challenge is up. So now what I do is once I've done it for the season, actually once I've done it at all, I think, I've gone ahead and assigned the boots to places on my bars. I find that easier for myself. So when I go and talk to the quest giver and then pick up the boots, if I have my inventory open and I have that page open on my quick bars down there, it automatically refills them in and I don't have to drag them onto the bar every time. So, little tip there. No. Yeah. He's a little bit awake. I wouldn't say he's very awake, the cat. I'm not sure where the other one went. She was very squirrely, but now I'm guessing she's laying down somewhere. So I figure we will keep doing festival stuff, and then near the end I'll show you the goodies for the coffer, because Cord and SSG were kind enough to give me and many of the other streamers on the stream team gratis coffers. So then we're able to kind of show those off, which is kind of fun. I find that fun. Oh yeah, and we'll one of my, I think, favorite things to come out of this is in this coffer, so we'll play around with that. But first we will wait around. So I've went ahead and picked up the hard version of this, where there's, so the easy version is just go and boot 10 shrews. The medium version is boot 10 shrews, but you got a time limit. And the hard one, which is what we're doing here, is boot 10 shrews within the time limit, and also plant 5 seedlings within that same time limit. So you gotta kind of keep on it. All right, cool. I kind of keep an eye on this person because they're like, here it comes. Now, depending on how many people we have in the garden. Oh, you know what? Oh, well, I'll switch in a minute. I switched it so it was 5 and 6 instead of 6 and 5, but whatever. So yeah, depending on how many people are around, sometimes it's easier to plant soil first and then chase shrews. And sometimes if everybody's planting soil, it's easier to chase shrews and then do soil. So you just kind of, I just kind of, I don't know, gauge it by what makes sense based on the other people, the other players in here too. So we should have another round of shrews coming out here in a second. Oh yeah, here they are. All right, I'm going to go do some soil. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and swap these. Cool. Because I find that 5 is easier for me to push on my bar, on my mouse, than 6. And at first I had it set so that way I was like, oh, well, I'll use the easy one for the big shrew, because that's the one I have the hardest time catching. But, it's fine. This is easier for me. Okay, I've done 5 soils. I've done all the shrews I need. So I'm just going to chill out for a minute and see if the big shrew comes out and see if I have a chance at catching it. Wow, it's right there. Oh, yeah. I had my thumb on the button ahead of time. So now this is cool. So I get to talk to this guy. Fun fact, you and multiple people can get the giant shrew at the same time and you all get the box. We have tested that and it worked out and it was pretty cool.
How can I be of service?
But that accomplishes 2 quests for me here. And I still have stuff I want to go do back at the party tree. So, but before I do that, I am going to go back and talk to, up here, the guy who wants the twine, the boot guy, the boot making guy. All right, so here we go. So here, I got to talk to him and get that one. That's the wood, and that one, which is the fiber. Oh, I got to talk to the other guy across from him. And the twine.
My words, traveler.
And like, hey, he wants you to help with this. So yeah, okay. Now, the next time I'm in the area, I'll just go ahead and grab those things as I'm zooming through. But I want to go back to Bree. And I don't know if this guy can send me there.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Can you? No, you can send me to Buckland. That's not as useful for me. But you know where I can send myself? To my house. Where I have my far-ranging stable master. Hi. Cat's waking up. It amazes me how they can go from being like completely zonked out to a bit more awake in a very short period of time. All right, send me back to Bree. There she is. Freeland Festival Grounds. Sounds great. Thank you. Tom Bombadillo. Okay, cool. So that's convenient. Just drops me right here. Okay, so we're going to go back over to the base. People are talking about eating the barrow brie. So now I can do his quest. Oh wait, I want to do his last. Hang on. We're gonna just do our regular run through the maze in a certain amount of time, guy.
Hello, friend. Could you help
Alright, so
me
let's
with
do that real
something?
quick. Do do do. Because I think what I'll do is show you guys what's in that coffer while I'm kind of in the middle of that other race. Just because I keep doing something that's kind of silly with other characters that have already opened it. I'm pretty sure that that box is the unopened version. Now, you can just turn around and run back through the maze from here if you wanted to. Like if you're doing tweens and elves or whatever. Sometimes it's convenient to still be in the maze, even though you've got credit for finding the exit. Because you just have to find the exit. You don't have to go out the exit. But yeah, you can run back through if that's, if you find that useful. But I'm just as happy to ride around the outside right now. Let me check something. Yeah. All right, we'll turn that in. All right, I'll go ahead and take this. Now, here's the cool thing is that once I've complete this, I will get reputation with the Inn League, which is lovely. So this is a, oh, hang on. Actually, before we do that, it's chicken time.
Good day.
Wait, does that say finish or get? Have I been holding on to a quest for ages? Did I just turn that in? Okay, that's really funny. I was wondering why it wasn't popping up. I think that's why. Oh my goodness, that is really funny. Okay, well, we're not doing that because apparently I just turned it in. All right, we'll go do this guy.
Hello there.
Oh yeah, so I'll get reputation with the Inn League, which is cool, and then I'll get LI experience, which is really the main reason why I'm doing the festival. And then I could choose between an Inn League Sinister keg or Spring Leaves. I have a bunch of the kegs already, so I don't need any more of those. So I won't choose the keg. I will be choosing the Spring Leaves. But the keg is fun, and if you don't have one already for your house, you should totally get one. If you interact with the keg, you drink from it, and it then sends you off to one of a handful of random places. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find this keg, and then once I click on it, it's going to send me away. My timer's going to go, and I will need to pay attention and actually interact with that. But before we do that, oh, hey, I've got some spring festival boxes to open, so let's do that. Okay, so the coffer that just came out, let's go ahead and take a look at this, is, it's called the Coffer of the Gilded Caravan. And it's available now through Sunday. What's a short period of time? So, yeah. You want to get in on this if you want to do it quickly. So there's 3 versions. There's 3 sizes. I think I might be able to show you, actually. It shouldn't let me purchase it, though, because once you've purchased it, it won't let you have another one. So hopefully it'll show me. It might not. Yeah, it doesn't want to show it to me. Okay, because once you already have it, you can't buy another one. So there's no upgrade feature on this one. So just be prepared to buy the one that you want and that you're going to be happy with if you're purchasing it. Also, you need to be logged in to the Lotro, because you're going to get some Mithril coins with it. And so you have to be on a character because that character is going to get a box that has the mithril coins in it. So you gotta be on a character for it to deliver those mithril coins to you. Okay, so the first one, the smallest one, is the simple coffer. So patron's simple coffer of the Gilded Caravan. You get 100 mithril coins. You get the title Trader. So it goes for your name. So like, Trader, Monashine. And then you get a simple cosmetics coffer, which includes a pack, an axe, and a trade goods camel. So a cosmetic pet. Now the next one, oh, yeah. The next one is, sorry, the enhanced coffer, which is 250 mithril. You get a elixir of virtue, so 2,500 virtue XP. Another title, Caravan Guide. And then you also get a Gilded Caravan weapon aura and a Gilded Caravan market stall bauble. That's what I'm going to show you guys here in a second because it is wonderful. And then the last thing is if you get the big one, which is the Patron's Luxuriant Coffer of the Gilded Caravan, you get 500 mithril, 6 lesser elixirs of virtue, which basically means you get 15,000 virtue XP, 3 titles in total, Trader, Caravan Guide, and the Lavish. So Trader comes first. The other 2 come at the end, the Caravan Guide and the Lavish. You get the Cosmetics Coffer, which includes the Tome of the Caravan Trade Goods Camel, the Gilded Caravan Camel, Gilded Caravan Steed, War Steed Cosmetics. Auto does that for you. And then the Wardrobe Cosmetics of the Gilded Caravan, so pack, boots, wrist guard, hood, shoulder guard, robe, axe, and weapon aura. Okay, so let's take a look here. So, bam, I'm opening this puppy up. So every one of my characters was awarded that box that I just opened. And what it gives to me then is it has a box with the cosmetics in it, and then it has 1 trade goods camel cosmetic pet. It has the Gilded Caravan market stall bauble, which is wonderful. And then it has 2 steeds for me. We've got a Gilded Caravan steed and a Gilded Caravan camel. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab those steeds real quick. And let's see. So the Gilded Caravan camel is this guy. A lot of blue stuff and a lot of hanging stuff. And then the Gilded Caravan steed also has a bunch of blues and stuff, but a lot of gold and stuff mixed in there as well. Okay, so then let's get to the fun stuff. Here's our trade goods camel pet. So that's this guy. So he's walking around behind me, carrying all these trade goods for me. Isn't that nice of him? And then the last thing we're going to open up, actually, I'll probably put the camel away, is the bauble. And this goes automatically into your bauble collection, which is also here. So it's the Gilded Caravan Market Stall. And I went ahead and let it go straight onto here. So when you click it, you're going to get this. Seems like you're waving. And then around you shows up this market stall. And 2 things show up on the ground in front of you. And then your character just kind of hangs out at the market stall. Coviette says, hi, streamer and chat. Hello and welcome. We're just looking at this this new coffer that is available right now. I wanted to make sure I had a chance to show it off. So yeah, so this whole thing, you get all of this as one thing. Now, if I move at all, it will go away. but my character can stand there and do its little interaction stuff. And yeah, people can come by and they can pick up the things that are lying on the ground. Excellent. And it only kicks out stuff once. The bauble has a 10-minute cooldown. So I could do this again in 10 minutes. But I just think it's so fun to just... And so sometimes I'll just stand here with a character. And every so often, like, somebody will come running by and they stop. And they kind of look. Like, wait a minute. I don't think that was there before. But I think that's fun. All right. Well, while we're standing here, let's take a look at the cosmetics, too. Okay, so this is the pack. So we're going heavy on like the blue and gold kind of theme of the colors. A lot of fun stuff on that pack though. And then let's see, this would be the axe. So shiny axe. Little fancy little trill on the end there. I don't think I can show you the weapon aura, but I have seen people running around with it. It is kind of like a, it's visible. All right, so here's the robe. Wow, that's big and fluffy, especially on a Hobbit. Might be really nice on like a Bjorning. That might be fun. I'll have to try that out. So we got some shoulder guards. Poof, poof. So nobody running into us. Here's our hood with a little feather on top. See if I can... Yeah, you can't really see it when I zoom in. But yeah, I got like a green feather on top there. All right. And then, let's see what else we got. We got some wrist guards. Kind of tidy that sleeve action up a little bit. Looks really good. I like that. And then the shoes. Oh, it does show me. Because my Hobbit doesn't wear shoes, so I didn't know if it would show up. So a little pointed up with little gold tie on the ends. That's pretty. Wow, look at that. I really like the way that the wrist guards interact with the sleeves. That looks really nice. Yeah, I may have to try, see if one of my taller characters will enjoy this outfit. I think it's a little, it's not quite right for the short folk, but man, that is very, very, very pretty. Wonder how well it dyes. Let's take a quick look. Let's choose like a red or something. Oh, purple. Purple's obvious. Oh yeah, look at that. Lots of good saturation. Okay. Green, yeah. Yeah, with that gold, I think just about every color is going to look good except for yellow. Yellow's always a little bit rough. Wow, even gray kind of looks nice with that. Just that contrast. It's got some really good high contrast. Oh, wow, that burgundy. That's pretty. Yeah. All right, cool. Is my stall? See, my market stall is still here. But, all right, we're going to go ahead and do this sinister keg. So you see, as soon as I moved, you know, the whole thing disappeared. And now I have 2.5 minutes, by the way, to get out from drinking out of that sinister keg. Now, as it turns out, because we went and did some other stuff, I ended up having more than 10 quests completed. So that's good. Oh, also the chickens helped. Hello. Hi, folks in the chat. Oop. All right, so I have found the exit. I'm just going to go ahead and ride around. I don't think I want to ride a camel. It just feels wrong for a hobbit. Although, I mean, here I am on an elk, so I don't know. You know, but it's a small elk. It's a pony-sized elk. So one of my goals, and I've mentioned this on a previous stream, is to have kind of like a group, a little club of my characters that are my festival runners. And so then I'm slowly working on making that group, solidifying that, and then working on tidying up their outfits and everything. So they have like they have an outfit for every one of the different events, basically. Fits the season. So I haven't done that yet with this gal. Okay, so again, remember I have to pick between the keg or the spring leaves, and we have a bunch of kegs, so I am going to choose the spring leaves. And now, as always, before you say goodbye to the festival, it's very important to go and turn in your wrapper. So don't forget to do that. He is ready and waiting for me.
How can I
All
be of
right.
service?
And that finishes my Bustling Bloom intro.
What can I do
You've
for
celebrated for 4 whole days. You might be even more excited for the spring than I am. All right, so we're going to mark that. So I put a little side of reward for you. So LI experience, Figments of Splendor, 1,000 virtue. That's nice. I should probably look at my virtue setup real quick. Yeah, I should probably start getting like a third one. Little behind on this character. Okay, and then I can pick up the Bustling Bloom Intermediate,
Hello,
and I
friend.
can get started on that tomorrow, which is do this again 4 more times. So that's pretty handy. Now, the last thing I do with Spring Festival is just in order to make it better for myself. Wait, I'm just double checking he doesn't have a ring for me, does he? Okay, no. Is I set myself, before I log out, I go and I put myself in Bree, over by the 1 hour quest guy. Now, when you take the festival horse, the horse to the festival grounds right there, it takes you where we just were. And when you take the horse, it brings you back out right in front of this guy. But I will show you, and you probably, some of you already know this, but there is also a horse that'll take you to the festival grounds. It's by the Prancing Pony. It takes you to the same place that horse there by the West Gate takes you. So both ponies take you to the same place. But there is no return to the Prancing Pony. It's a one-way. It's a one-way ticket. So you can take this pony right here, this horse, and it will take you to the Breeland Festival grounds the same as that other one will. So sometimes if I'm, in this part of Bree, I'll just snag that one instead of going all the way to the gate, because you don't have to. All right, so now I'm going to leave myself parked over here, which, if you were here at the beginning of the stream, this may look a bit familiar. So then my plan is, so I currently have 4 characters going through Festival. Now, I have one more that's ready, except, so the whole purpose of what I'm doing here is I'm working on this legendary item reward track, and I'm up to number 85, box number 85. Every character going through the festival is earning me LI experience. So what I've done is between last festival, so Harvest Festival, some of you may have noticed that I was mentioning that I didn't have any hobbits on this server on Meriadoc that I was running through the festival. It was like 2 high elves and a Bjorning. I was like, well, that seems a bit silly to be on stream without a hobbit. I mean, come on, it's kind of in the title, right? Heart of a Hobbit. It's because my main is a hobbit, but I didn't have any hobbits running around during festival in my current collection. So, working on that. So now we've got this gal. So she's ready and she's doing her thing. I've got another one that's been got up to 50. She's got her legendaries now. So I'm working on running her through. And then I have one more hobbit that is ready. She just needs to go through that Moria intro and get her legendaries, and then she can join the club. So I think once I get her sorted out, I'm dropping one of the elves. She's like my 6th string at this point, right? Yeah. So I'll have 3 hobbits, a Bjorning, and a high elf. And then I'll have a high elf on backup for when I have, I need more, or I have lots of extra time, or something of that sort. One of the reasons why people are doing festival, by the way, is, and I don't think I can show you because I don't think we're far enough in festival, but the, yeah, pretty sure that this festival is one of the ones where, not the intermediate, but the final. Well, let's see if I have a Bustling Bloom final. Okay, so, oh, show completed. Oh no, this character hasn't completed it before. I was like, wow, that was a really short list of completed. It's because it really is a short list of completed. But over in, let's say, oh, she didn't do the other festival either. She's so new. Yeah, I can't show you on this character at all. But basically, there's a. Actually, let me double check. Will Shadow Festival. Yeah, I don't think I did any of the other stuff on here. Okay, that's okay though. But basically, once you complete the final of the wrappers, there is possibly at this festival a tracery box. I don't think I have one on me. And that would be useful for characters who are trying to get better stuff onto their legendary items. So I'm not worried about that with these characters that are just running festival. In fact, she doesn't even have a full set of armor. She's like, doesn't have bracelets or one of the rings. She only has one, not two. No shoulders, no cape, no shoulders or back slot, no gloves. She's got her starter leggings, her starter shoes, but she's got a nice hat. Got a couple good rings, or not rings, earrings. Got a necklace that we got from Moria. Yeah. So, and hey, she made it through Moria with this scant amount of stuff. So, yay for having strong animals, because I think that's what got her through that. All right. So, yeah, so that'll be my goal, is to get my other hobbits over here and also participating in the festival. And then next week, yeah, the 25th, we should be well into the festival. And so, yeah, if it is a 12-day turnaround on this one, I'm not 100% sure if it's 12 or 16. Hopefully it's 12 because I missed a couple days. In which case, if you start a character as late as tomorrow, but you do it every day, you should be able to get them through all of the wrappers of the festival and get the final goodies. So hopefully that is correct, and hopefully you've got time to do that if that is something that's important to you. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here, though. So yeah, we ran through the festival. Took a while, but we weren't in a hurry. And then we did the in-league initiation. And then we looked at the new caravan goodies. Oh, including that market stall. Hey, I could do another market stall. Should we do it like right here? This seems like a good place to do it. Ta-da! So this time we got a bottle of water and a polished adamant that dropped out. So that's so much fun. And the fun thing too is if I, move and the stall goes away, those things that fell on the ground stick around until somebody picks them up. I could walk over there and pick them up if I wanted to. The things we've seen are like the adamant, the water, the other thing we saw before, the other gemstone, and gold dye. I think that's everything that has been seen popping out of these caravans. I wonder if I wave, does that break the spell? Ah, it does. That's a shame. That's a shame. But anyway, so there's stuff still sitting here though, which is nice that it, doesn't go away if the caravan goes away. So I think that's just fun to kind of just stand there and see what happens. All right, so yes, so next week we'll be back with more festival fun, and before will not be streaming today, just as a reminder. But hopefully he'll be back next week as long as things are caught up by then. We should be good. So, all right, have a fantastic rest of your day, everybody. Try to stay warm if it's cold and stay cool if it's warm, and stay healthy and enjoy. So, have a great time. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.